Look at my jiggly wobbly chocolate poke cake, and it's keto. Look at how it wobbles like jelly.
Hi guys, I'm Sonal and welcome to my channel. Today I'm sharing a recipe of a chocolate keto poke cake, and it is my favorite right now. So currently this is the best dessert on keto that I've eaten, and I know that there have been quite a few that I have claimed to love, and I was always telling the truth. Trust me, this one is a solid recipe. You are going to love it. I've used only coconut flour in this one because I get a lot of questions from people asking me whether they can substitute the almond flour for coconut flour and vice versa, and that's the reason I try to share recipes with all kinds of variations. So I have the lemon pound cake, which is almond flour and coconut flour, which is my favorite blend. But in this case, since it's a moist cake, it's a poke cake, and I'm going to put some chocolate sauce on top, I thought that I could take the risk of making a whole coconut flour cake. I believe in my cake recipes, so guys, please try all of my cake recipes out. They are great. I'm sharing links on the screen as well as in the description if you guys are interested. So let's go ahead and make the base of the cake. So here I'm going to take 8 eggs. Coconut flour cake needs more eggs. I have a lot of recipes, some with a blend of almond flour and coconut flour, but since this is going to be a moist cake, I wanted to show you how you can use coconut flour here because there's quite a few people who have allergies to almonds. This is 150 grams of stevia powder, which I have ground, and I just remembered that I needed to keep 2 tablespoons aside, so which is what I did. And then I'm beating all of this, which can be done by a hand blender and also with a hand whisk. You want to kind of get it to a point where it's pale yellow and light. This is where I stop, and I add half a cup of butter and half a cup of coconut oil, 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So I'm using coconut flour. You can go with almond flour, but it will be a different recipe because I get that question a lot of time. 3/4 cup of coconut flour, 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, and a teaspoon of vanilla essence. And at this point I felt like it was a bit too liquid, and that's the reason I added 1/4 cup of coconut flour more. And the last thing that you want to add is the vinegar because it's going to activate the baking soda. You want to put this in the oven immediately after that. Here I have a springform pan, which is what I like using all the time, and I've put a parchment paper on the bottom. So I got the bowl out, I'm scraping the sides, which I didn't earlier, and mixing it up together. I poured the batter and put it in the oven at 180 degrees centigrade or 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 1 hour. You want to make sure that your toothpick comes out clean. I also have 4 macadamia nuts that I have toasted. So while our cake base is cooking in the oven, we are going to make the chocolate sauce. So you want to make it slightly runny. You don't want a thick sauce. So 150 ml of water, about 200 ml of cream. And I have put the hot water in the cream just to be able to take it out of the cup. And this is 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 1 tablespoon of coconut oil because I feel like it will give it that glaze and the shininess. You can add butter if you like that, and 2 tablespoons of the leftover stevia powder that I had set aside. You want to mix this, whisk this. At this point I felt like it needed to be a little deeper in color, so I added another teaspoon or so of cocoa powder depending on your taste. Once it comes to a boil, I just added a 95% Lindt chocolate, which is almost sugar free. I added 1 piece, you can leave this out if you want, and 7 to 10 drops of stevia concentrate. And our cake is ready. It's come out of the oven, and I'm poking it like anything. So you want to make these holes. So the cake needs to be hot or warm, and the liquid, that's when it is the most runny and most absorbent. So you want them to work together at that point, and then you're going to put this together and put it in the refrigerator. It's going to be perfect. This can be almost served as a pudding or something that is a warm cake, and it's delicious. So I love both the variations. So I put the chopped macadamia nuts, I poured the sauce on top, and you'll see that some of it will seep into the holes and the rest of it you want to make sure it does. So I have taken my chopstick and I'm poking it again a little more and sort of like moving it, wiggling it a little bit so that the chocolate sauce finds it easier to go in. And I'm putting some more, and you can keep doing this as many times as you want or until your sauce is over. So I almost finished my sauce, and now I felt like I needed to add some almond butter because I've been eating my almond butter with any and every kind of dessert. I have been obsessed. If you guys haven't checked out my recipe for almond butter, please go and check it out. It's going to be linked on the screen as well as in the description. and I kind of gave the marbling effect for the almond butter, and it did help the cake because it was looking a little bit plain Jane. And I put a few more of the macadamia nuts. I don't know if the pictures are doing justice to it, but it was one of the best things I've eaten in a long time. My husband loves desserts, so most of my keto desserts he lands up finishing, and somehow this cake I was the one who finished it off. When I'm cutting it, I guess you guys are getting the feel of how moist the cake is. And it will be because all of the chocolate sauce has seeped in. Just take a look how it falls, and you know, when it's shaking, it's kind of like wiggling. That's a moist cake. It's my favorite recipe, guys. Trust me, you're going to love this cake. I have said this millions of times for my other recipes too, but this, trust me, if you want to try one cake, this is the one, or my lemon pound cake. These two are my top favorite recipes. So I got, I think, 14 servings out of it. 14 Indian servings, maybe not American servings because those are larger, but I think you're going to be satisfied eating 1/14 of the cake at one time. So I hope you guys are going to try it out and let me know in the comments section. Also follow me on my social media handles and send me pictures. Connect with me, send me questions if you guys need to know anything, and I love to read all of your comments, and I try my level best to answer or reply to all the comments if you guys have noticed. So please click the like button if you've liked the recipe, click the subscribe button and also the notification bell which is right next to it, which is extremely important if you want to be notified and if you want to support my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.